Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll, and today I come to you with a pail of soapy water. Well, let's talk about what's happening here. Alright, so this is what's happening. We're going to zoom in on that a little bit. Let's get down on that. There we go. Well, that's too much now. There we go. That's good right there. Alright. I have a dress that needs to be washed because I want to put it on one of my big dolls, and my brother Koo's doll, I am going to turn that into a girl, even though I've been making it into a boy. I don't like the way the body is built. I mean, I like it, but I mean, it's not meant for boy clothing. I've been finding that it just doesn't look right, and so anyways, I think with the dress it would hide that and make it look like flow more. So what have I done? Well, I got warm water here and I put in a little bit of Tide, and well, we're going to call it Tide because whenever I find a detergent on sale, I put it in here, and it's probably not Tide by now. It's probably either Sunshine or something else, Purex or something. But anyways, we're going to call it Tide all the same, because the reason why I keep this because it's a nice small container, and I buy those great big whopping containers and hard to handle. So this one's easier to handle. So also what I'm going to do is to put in a little bit of whitener in here. So let's put a little bit of whitener in as well. And there we go. This is nice lukewarm water. Okay, so, and I got a little bit, like I said, a few drops. You got to remember that your detergent is concentrated, so you want to make sure that you are oh, and I got my daughter's cat. He loves water. This is Polar. His whole name is Polargeist, meaning white noisy guy. He's terrible. We have the Christmas tree tied up because it would have been down and gone by now. My daughter didn't do that. It's just, we just put up our little tree this year, so we're not putting up the big one, so, which is fine by me for this year. Next year we'll go all out with the big one. So, but anyways, now what we're going to do is we're going to soak this baby here, right, Polar? Can we put this in? I want to show people, show who you are. Come here. There he is. That is Polar. Polar, there you are. Hey. There we go. Anyways, there we go. Okay, so we got this dress soaking. I want this dress to soak because it's very yellow and dirty and needs to be cleaned up. I don't want to put this in with my regular wash. It's not an antique by no means, but it does have some issues there that I want to get cleaned up on it. So get cleared up, and there we go. So anyhow, whoops, is that the right way or the wrong way? Oh, that was the wrong way for the lid. Anyways, so that's all I'm doing, and I just put a little bit of OxiClean whitening in it. Whoops, French side. We'll get to the English side. There we go. White Revive, OxiClean, and let it sit for a little bit. We'll take it out. We'll rinse it, and then we're going to let it just drip dry. And it should do quite fine that way. So I'm excited about seeing it done, and it should turn out really nice because I got a lot of my dolls already dressed up. Some dolls just don't look right when it comes to boy clothing, I'm finding, and especially the dolls from that time, even if it was a boy doll, would not have worn what I was putting on. I was putting today's clothing on, and it just wasn't looking very nice. But anyways, I want to show you my vintage antique, I guess we'll stick with vintage cookie jar. That's my, you've seen it on my table. My daughter put the Santa hat on it, so there we go. We have our window decorated up here. There we go, right there. Got some decorations up there. And yeah, so we're getting ourselves ready for Christmas here. She loves the cling things that go cling to the windows. I love them. I think they're great too for decorating and whatnot. But anyways, I hope you're having a good day. We just got done having hail, so little balls of hail. I was outside running through the hail, and yeah, so just that time of the year, woke up with snow falling. So it is trying to be that W word that we don't want to say, but can't help it, but we're going to have to say it. Winter is trying to come. Even though this is still officially fall. We shouldn't be having this right now in the fall. We should have things that fall. Not snow though, and not hail. But it was little tiny pellets like this. Little tiny things. I came in and I was covered with them. But anyways, I hope you enjoy seeing this. This is what you might want to do with some of your dolls that you find their clothing have been sitting a little while, a little bit of OxiClean, a little bit of detergent, put them in there, let them have a nice soak for a while. And believe me, they come out beautiful afterwards. And my daughter was telling me about this stuff. It's called Blue something, and it's supposed to take the yellow out of white clothing. I would like to find it and try it out. I also located in my city here a place to buy the Tremclad. I've been buying the canister that is about $30 here, and I can actually buy it for a smaller one for $15. And I'm more interested in the $15 one, and plus I can get gloss or semi-gloss. Right now I'm getting gloss. I can go to the semi-gloss, which is what I would rather have. And right now I've been stuck at some of the stores on my end of the city here, only getting buying the gloss. And I don't want to buy the gloss. I would rather have a semi-gloss. Sometimes they're too shiny. I like the shininess, but the semi-gloss would be better. And I didn't know that they came in smaller containers as well, which would be better, because a lot of time what happens to my paint is it goes hard. And that's what happened to some of mine already, because I just don't go through it fast enough at painting. So I'm not going to buy so much up ahead either. That's another thing. But when it was on sale like it was, you want to buy it. So, but I like the idea of this coming in a smaller container. I can probably use it better and utilize it better and everything. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video that you see here. You know, just what you do with some of your clothing. Just, you want to invigorate it a little bit, you can. Give it some, you know, moving it around a little bit. You can already see some of the dirt that's come out. The water's already showing some color change of it, but you're not going to get that much, not like the older clothing and all that. So we'll let this soak. Right now here it is 2:15, so I'll let it go probably till 3 o'clock, and then I'll take it out and do a rinse. Just let it have a nice little soak for an hour or so here. That's all it really needs. And then you can take it out, rinse it, and then hang it up to dry. Then we'll take it and press it and starch it. And that's another thing I want to talk about. We blame a lot of the time clothing turning yellow, because back in its day, from cigarettes, gas furnaces and whatnot. But another thing that we forgot is that starch will also turn your clothing yellow. And someone told me that, and I went, oh my goodness, right. And I was looking into it, old starch. A lot of starch was made from corn. It was also made from, what was it? I forgot it already. There was like a starch they made with corn and something else. And it had a yellowing effect over time. And they would have to wash their clothes out. You know, like, just say you had a baby and then you put it away with that starch on it, and then they had a baby about 4 or 5 years later, which happened to some people. They pulled out the old clothing and they went, oh my goodness, it's all yellow. And that was just because of the starch they used. That old starch is like that. So I'm not saying new starch probably would do the same over years of time putting it away, but they would find it a lot quicker on the clothing, and clothing turning yellow. And so anyways, it was always a fight to keep their clothing as white as possible. So to do that, they would have to, you know, soak it and get it out, get that starch back out again, and then rebuild that starch back in again. And it didn't always come out on every wash either. So that's another thing. So you might have some of that starch still in the clothing, especially when you're only washing things on a scrub board. You're going back that far. A lot of people, maybe washing machines were out, but nobody could afford them. And then wringer washers came out. They cleaned very well, but they don't clean like today. And they might have been harder on clothing, who knows, but a lot of clothing was washed by hand and with a nice little scrub board. So how much are you really getting out of your clothing? So a lot to be said about that time frame. You know, not blaming anything. It was what it was, and they dealt with what they were given, and inventions were coming where we today are relaxing and having more time to ourselves. Well, that may not be so true, but maybe so. But anyways, yeah, so there we go. And just to understand why clothing from that time period turns yellow and how hard it is to get it out today. It really is. Some of that clothing I did, it's still very yellow. I might look at doing another soak on it again and see what I can do. If not, I might look at, someone was saying about dyeing it, you know, but I really wonder with the stains, it's almost like a stain that's in there. Should I just stain it, like I do a tea stain on it? I was almost wondering if that's what I should do. I might take a piece of it and just try doing a tea stain, and tea staining the and see how that takes. Can you still see the stain, or is it, because you can wash that right back out again, but you know, I might just try on one piece and just see how it works. I might try it on the diaper and just see about taking the diaper and well, diapers are supposed to be white though, aren't they? So, but I thought there were some that were brown, like a light tan color. I might be able to, and maybe just to experiment on it, just to see what it does. There is also a little apron in there that goes across the child, so I might try looking at that as well and see if that would work by doing a tea stain. So stay tuned. We got some things coming up that I want to try, and I might buy myself some tea, brew it, and we'll see what happens there. And just pour it into here and do a tea stain on it. I'm going to watch some on YouTube, how to tea stain things, and then I'm going to try it myself. And we'll see if that can, maybe if I can't get the stains out, maybe we can join the tea with the stains. And it might look pretty good. If not, well, we're back at the drawing board again. All right, thanks for joining me. A lot more to come. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you just heard today, and what you saw, and what you came to see and saw. And thank you to all my subscribers, both old, new, and in between. And leave me a comment. I'm always here. I read them. Thanks again for joining me. Bye-bye.